Building a PC is not that hard. I'm gonna break it down step by step and give you some cheat codes to help you build your first PC in easy mode. Your mother no teach? Don't worry, I teach you ah. Before we start, you gotta make sure you have everything ready first. You need a surface to build on. I suggest a desk, but you can use the floor if you don't care about your back. Then you need a screwdriver with different bits. You're mostly gonna be dealing with Phillips head screws in PC building, you know, the ones with the cross. And of course, you need all your PC parts, which include the CPU cooler, the motherboard, the graphics card, the RAM, storage, which could be SSD or hard disk, PSU, and the case. Once you have the entire checklist, you can get started. Firstly, you gotta prep your PC case. So what we're using is the Corsair 6500X mid-tower dual chamber case. And fun fact, even though this is an RGB case, it has a removable top and back mesh panel. I especially like the one at the back because it will conceal all the cables so that if I don't do my cable management properly, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Next, we're going to install the power supply. Just slip it in and attach the 4 screws. If you have the budget for it, grab one that is fully modular like our RM850E so you don't have to deal with unnecessary cables. After that, you want to make sure that you route all the cables that you need so that they don't get in the way when you're installing things. And also you can avoid sticking your chonky hands into tiny spaces. Basically, we have cables from your power supply as well as from your case. Then you're going to want to install all your case fans. We're using 3 fans from the RX120 RGB starter kit that also supports iCUE link, which means that they're all magnetically attachable. So if you're lazy like me, just install the fan on top. Okay, if you're a little bit more hardworking, add 2 more screws to the bottom fan. But if you're OCD, just install everything. I know you're OCD. I installed them next to the motherboard tray and not at the bottom because I don't want it to like suck up all the animal hair in my room, and also it looks cooler on the side. Now outside the case, you want to prepare your mother because she's bored. Just to throw everything that you can before you move the motherboard into the case. First, we have the CPU. You have to make sure that it is the right side up. Then we have the RAM. Just make sure that you align the notch properly and also use the right slots. And lastly, we have the M.2 SSD. In our case, we're using a PCIe Gen 5 SSD.
Isn't that overkill?
Not for me. Once that's done, you want to insert your mother inside the box. Wait, no, motherboard. Then you're going to put on the nails, screws. An ATX motherboard like this one has 9 of them. I'm going to recommend putting in all of them to ensure even distribution of pressure, but you can miss a few if you want, you know. It won't matter anyways, you already disappoint your motherboard enough. Just make sure you don't over tighten and strip the screws, or you're screwed. Then you want to connect whatever cables you routed before onto your motherboard, which includes, very importantly, the ATX 24-pin connector to the motherboard, the CPU power connectors, it could be 1, it could be 2. Then you have the cables from your case, which includes your case fans as well as your front I/O. In our case, we have 1 USB-C port, 4 USB-A, as well as 1 audio jack. One very interesting thing about our Corsair case is that the front I/O comes with a combo connector, so you don't have to plug them in one by one because nobody likes that. Moving on, we're going to install the CPU cooler. If you're using an all-in-one liquid cooler like us, you'll first want to install the fans onto the radiator. With this one though, they're pre-installed. Nice. Then prepare the cables. My one is more minimalist than yours, so the whole thing's only come up with 1 cable. Which brings me to my secret just now. Why no cables? Okay, so both the fans and also this AIO cooler support the Corsair iCUE link technology. That starts with this system hub that can support up to 14 devices split into 2 channels, here and here. We have 7 devices here, including 1 pump and 6 fans, 3 from the cooler and 3 from earlier. So technically we can daisy chain all of them to 1 channel, but because I might add another 3 fans to the bottom of the case in the future, I'm using both these ports. Just stick the hub anywhere because you know what? It's also magnetic. The last step would be mounting the pump head onto your motherboard by using the right bracket according to your CPU. The next step would be installing your graphics card and other components like hard drive, right? With the graphics card, you want to make sure that you line up the notch again properly before clicking it in. For most motherboards, you hear a click because there's a attachment thing there. Some motherboards might use a push-pull thing so that you lock it in manually after you put in the graphics card. As for the hard drive or optical drive, it depends on your case where you would actually screw them on. Finally, you want to plug in all your cables, SATA for your hard drive and optical drive, and PCIe for your iCUE link hub as well as your graphics card. So newer graphics card use a relatively new 12-pin power connector. Our RM850E is an ATX 3.1 compliant power supply, which means that it's actually using a even newer 12-pin connector called the 12V2X6 connector, which has some new features to ensure a proper connection before drawing power from your power supply, so no more 10,000 ringgit GPU barbecue. Some older power supplies might need an adapter for a newer graphics card like this, but ours don't because 3.1 is very chunky. As a bonus, you want to install the software that controls all your RGB and stuff like that. In our case, we have iCUE, which will automatically detect and synchronize all our iCUE Link compatible devices so that they are easier to customize and sync up. And that is everything I have to teach you about building a PC in easy mode. So leave a comment down below if you have any questions for me and I'll try my best to reply to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and share so that more people can benefit from all these knowledge bombs that I be dropping. And also don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Facebook and Instagram to see more shenanigans from the Mob House crew. Again, my name is what? Bangsawan Shane, and I'll see you in the next one. He didn't know I'm Bangsawan. Oh my god.